Hi guys. So today I want to make a video about doctors. Very interesting topic, isn't it? So for the general public, public, doctors are like gods. They're unquestionable. They are above everything. Uh, Whatever they say is the gospel truth. And on the flip side, you can see people like totally against doctors. They're saying like doctors are not good, doctors are corrupt, doctors don't care for you. So the truth is somewhere in the middle. And I know taking a balanced opinion doesn't really polarize people, and that doesn't really get the attention on social media. I'm very well aware of that. But we have to say what is true. I'll just give you some facts. I'll just present you some points which are in favor of doctors and against doctors. So I'll start with points against doctors. So against doctors, the number one problem which I feel is that doctors don't listen to you much. You go to any doctor, like most of it, 99% of the doctors, they don't sit down and listen to what you have to say before 5 minutes into the conversation, or if you manage to have some conversation, they're scribbling some prescription on their pads and just handing it over to you. So that is become the practice. The people don't sit and listen to you, doctors. Yes, that's not the doctor's fault, because that's how, like, given the population of our country and the number of doctors we have, that's how it is, that's how it will be, right? Our doctors have to cater to a lot of people, and it's not really possible for them to, you know to basically handhold everyone, to just tell you like what is your problem, this, and listen to every bit. That's the way it should be, but it cannot be. That's the thing. So that is one of the reasons, right? So people, like, when I take a call from a potential client or a client, they are so happy because I am willing to give in 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I've had calls as long as 1 hour. This is the pre consultation call, not the paid ones. Even that has run into 45 minutes, 1 hour, because I feel that that person may not. Maybe the best thing I could do for them is just listen. So that is like a huge missing factor I feel in this among our doctors. And another factor is that they don't stay up to date. Like, for me, for instance, and other health coaches and some of the doctors are very up to date. Like, we look into the latest science, we look into the latest research papers, we look into stuff, we try to understand things, we learn about new supplements, new dietary approaches, what is working, what has not worked. We try to, every day is a learning curve for us. Unfortunately, that is not happening with doctors. Yeah, it's maybe due to the busy schedule and all that, but that doesn't really happen for doctors, unfortunately. Like, whatever they learned when they passed out is more or less what they are applying even now. There's no refreshment of their information, at least for most of them. Yes, I know some very good doctors. I'm in touch with some very good doctors. There are exceptions, but they generally, uh, like for instance, about statins. Like, there's enough information about statins to say that they have some side effects. We had even a cardiologist, Mr. Garg, Dr. Garg, on our cardiologist from US on our podcast. He was even saying about unnecessary use of statins and all that. But we don't see that with our Indian doctors, normal ones, because they know it is, one, they don't keep up to date with themselves. Another factor is that is it's they are trying to stay on the safer side. They have to, right? I might lose my license if I say something stupid and somebody takes me to the court. So they have to be on the safer side. So we can't totally blame them either. Like, there are a bunch of health coaches and people around just like going after doctors, saying like, oh, doctors are bad, doctors are bad. Like, but there is no merit in that. Like, I truly believe no doctor tries to make you sick so that you keep coming back. There is no, I don't believe that. I don't believe, that's rubbish in my opinion. I don't think any doctor tries to do that. Nobody tries to hurt without reason. No doctor does that. It's not the doctor's fault that they are not well aware of nutrition. Yes, they should try, but That part I agree that they should try. That trying part is lacking in a lot of them. So that part, yes, but other than that, I don't think it's the doctor's fault. It's just the way the system is. So the person, one doctor might be good, or the doctors are individually they are good, but when the whole system is corrupt, there is nothing you can do as an individual doctor. You are part of the system. That's like everything you learn in your med school, the curriculum and what you are, the studies that are fed to you, and everything is, everything is concocted. Everything has a like money angle behind it. Then there's nothing you can do. You just have to go with the flow or risk getting your license cancelled and being jobless. So that's the dilemma doctors face, right? Like even if we present studies saying that saturated fats are not harmful or statins have side effects, they accept this. They accept to us in one-to-one conversation, but they cannot, most of them cannot afford to do that. That's a simple fact. So you have to understand that fact. So it's not all doctors fault, but I'll tell you what the doctor's fault is. I find that they don't have this prevention mentality. Again, it's coming from the system only. Like they don't have this prevention mentality where like, let's get to the root cause. Let's get to the root cause, fix the issue so that the issue is gone for good. But what we have in our medical system is more or less like a symptom masking. Let's apply some bandage and let's not see the wound, and it will heal on the surface. But what is the reason? What the cause or the root cause of the issue is never addressed. So this is a big negative I see in front of, and as far as doctors are concerned. So these are things which like people we want doctors to address, but they are not, unfortunately. Uh, Another thing I want to raise is like people say the doctors are putting you on meds. They're not. Yes. So try to understand. Imagine you are a doctor. Imagine I'm a doctor. Okay, somebody is coming to me, telling me you checked the BP and you have a very high BP. What should I do as a doctor? Should I give him the med or tell him about the diet? Yeah, I can tell him about the diet. That's like the first line of treatment. I believe all doctors should do that. But imagine a situation, I tell you about the diet, but I don't tell you about meds. And you are like most of the people that come to me also tell you like me that I am ready to do anything. But how much do they people follow? Not much. They don't follow. They just give the promises, right? So what if this person with a high BP tell I will do everything, and if I trust this person and they say okay, just do the diet change, no need of medicine. But he who goes back home does for the diet for 1 day or 2 days. The third day onwards is there is no diet and there is no medicine. The person is royally screwed up. So that's the issue, right? Like our general public or normal person is stuck between don't want to take meds, but at the same time don't want to make dietary changes either. So you are caught in both, right? So you have to decide whether I want to take the meds or whether I have to do the diet change. And there's no way like a doctor or anyone for that matter can know what the hell is what is going on with you, right? I can give people diet, like this is the problem with you, this is the diet you require, please make these changes, I can tell you. But is there a way I can know that you are doing what you are doing, what I said? What if you're not? So that is where like medicine is very important. Medicine is super important. It's because the people's mindset is such. If everybody, including the doctors and the people, general public, had a prevention mindset where diet became the thing, then the load on the doctors, the medicines that needs to be prescribed, everything can come down. But so this is more a problem with the people rather than doctors. So these aspects needs to be understood. There are conditions like I see health coaches, many health coaches, maybe even us for that matter, for an like we take care to make sure that we don't simplify things beyond a point. What I'm trying to say is when I'm saying about diabetes, I do mention that we are putting the person under remission. I don't use the word reversal as such because these things have a different meaning. And somebody might read this and think I can reverse my diabetes. That's a complete different thing, right? Yes, whether remission is as good as reversal? I personally believe so. I believe so. I think most of you agree with me, but these are not the same things. I cannot regenerate my beta cells if I did, damage them. So these are things which people need to understand. That's why we don't use casual terms. Like when you're dealing with an autoimmune condition, I never ever use the word cure. Never, because autoimmune is a very complex issue. Even specialist doctors, I talk to a lot of doctors, even specialist doctors really don't know what is the reason. There are some theories, whether it's related to the gut and like immune system and all that. Like there are a bunch of theories out there, but it's not well understood by anyone. So how can I say with certainty that I have cured an autoimmune? No, but I know certain things will help in controlling the autoimmune, which if you follow for a long time, you will not get it. So it's more of a remission than a reversal. uh, Cancer cases, anybody says cure cancer, it's a big red flag, like big red flag. So we deal with a lot of cancer cases, 5 or 6 at least at the moment. So when I talk to the person, the first thing I tell him is, him or her or the family member, is that this is not, we are not going to cure this person. We cannot cure this. We are not doctors. We are not. What we are going to do is, we are going to give you the best advice on nutrition, or you're going to set your body up nutrition wise in terms of nutrients, that it makes your body in the strongest position to fight the disease. So we are like aiding the disease, so the body is ready for fight. Like, I'm just giving you the push, I'm just giving you that I'm just giving you, like, go fight this person. That's what I'm doing. I'm not I'm not taking the fight on. I mean, like, I can never claim this, I've cured cancer. Like, that's a very dangerous statement which you hear from a lot of folks, casually used. I reversed diabetes, I reversed autoimmune, I cured cancer. That's complete bullshit. You should not say that as a coach, or even as a doctor for that matter. Like, uh, you are just doing what you can to support the body fighting the illness. So these are the very important aspects we should understand, right? Like, so it's not all doctors' fault, but doctors have some fault, or rather the system which groom the doctors are more at fault. Like, like for instance, I can say that uh, I can say that, like, yeah, I have a lot of friends who are doctors, and I know doctors who spend up to 30 minutes, 40 minutes talking to the person, and that itself is a relief, right? When doctors go in with this mindset that we figured it out, yeah, maybe they figured it out. Like when somebody talks to me, I know it's a B12 deficiency doing the thing. I know it's a vitamin D deficiency. I don't, like, with so much experience as, like, I and many others have, we don't need a blood test to tell you that this is going on, there is going on. I can see your neck and I can understand you are insulin resistant, you have a B12 deficiency, you have a magnesium deficiency, you have a vitamin D deficiency. It's not rocket science. But I wait till the person to explain everything before I give my judgment, because that is something I wish doctors did more. Because if I give my judgment without letting the person speak, that really that seems like you are just making the person's issue into nothing. You are just you're like, chal, next person. That's wrong. So that is something I wish doctors changed. But on the overall, if I had to put a fault on somebody, it's the people's mindset and the system that doctors are being groomed into. So that is the biggest problem. It's not a doctor as such or anything. That is like the wrong approach. We require doctors. Like, if our country or if the world has to become healthier, it has to be a combined effort. Doctors play critical role. Coaches like us, I believe, has an important role. People who content creators, like we are more content creators. Like, people who create content which you can get the message to the people, they are very important. Um, like, we fight this together. That's how we win against this metabolic crisis and this whole metabolic catastrophe that is going on in this country and around the world too, right? We have to fight this together. If we keep fighting with doctors and doctors keep fighting with us, and even we keep fighting with people, who are the losers, right? So uh, both have to be more like, we have to listen to doctors, doctors have to listen to us, and then things are possible. The combined effort can do things and definitely can make a change. So that is what I wanted to say. I hope you get the point, right? Like it's not this person's fault or that person's fault. It's like it's the entire system's fault, and we are unintentionally or unintentionally part of it. Unfortunately, we need to change that. It is changing. We have to push for it. I hope, I hope you get the message. Bye.